Alright guys, as I said, the bezel is next, and that's what we're working on now. So if you order one of these, you will get this just the way it looks, minus these vents right here. You'll have to put these vents in from your old one, and be very careful taking them out. They kind of pop out from the back. They're pretty easy to take out and put in, but if you look at them real close, you can see kind of how they are. They just have a little round, like a tit sticking out, and you'll pop the piece over. So let's see if I can get my finger down here. This little piece right here, it'll focus. Come on. There we go. So you'll see this part right here, this round part, is actually molded into the bezel itself, but the piece that clips around it is actually into the vent itself. So you can see how they work. Let me get this in a little more light here. There we go. Now you can see down in there pretty good. And see how they kind of clip in. So just be careful trying to get them out. They will pop out pretty easily. And then these little fins pop out of the actual casing. They're not glued in or anything, but I popped one out, and then I had to take like 3 of them out to get the one in, so it just kind of happened that way. But just so you know. Anyways, so you'll get this bezel minus the vents. Yeah, my workshop toaster oven's in the background, sorry. Anyways, but what you'll have to do, so you know, is you'll have to take these clips off here, this one here, along the bottom, this one here, and then if you notice, this part is cut because it interferes, it sticks way out. Cut one here, and cut one right here. These will not work. They don't line up. So just so you know, you will not be able to use these on the Jeep. Okay? Then you also notice, if you didn't already, this huge opening on the bottom. This is where your windshield wiper part is, right here. This part is an ashtray. Yeah, I know, unheard of in cars these days, right? So this half has to be sealed somehow, or cut out, or whatever the case may be. And so you know, what we chose to do was cut out the ashtray. The reason why is because if you see that hole in the back of it, that one screw hole back in here, that'll mount right to the Jeep itself right now, and this will stay stationary. So if you cut it out perfectly flush, it should mesh up about like that when it's all said and done. So it actually looks like a pretty clean install when it's all done, or very close to it. So just so you know, that's what's going on. That's what you have to do if you want to keep everything looking stock. But this particular bezel is a much cleaner install than the other one. If you try to modify the other one, it just doesn't come out real well, because this part right here is actually tapered in. This piece right here is a lot thicker, so you have to put your stereo up higher, which means you can't get it straight on the dash. So there's a lot of little things that you have to think about. This is not a modification for somebody who's never done this before. If you've never done any kind of modifications on stereos, I would say don't attempt this. This is a pretty big job. If you feel you want to, then heck, go for it. I mean, I guess what better way to learn, right? Anyways, here's the bezel. I'll show you the finished product when it's all said and done. If I run into any other issues or any other things. Oh, I'm sorry, there is one more thing on this. The very top, you're missing a tray. So this tray, you have to take off the old one, which means you have to melt the plastic, because they plastic welded it onto these pieces here, 3 of these back here, and this piece over here. So what you have to do is you're going to have to unmelt it, take the tray off the old one, put it on this one and then remelt these points. So I have not done that yet. It's actually I'm painting the top tray right now with some plastic paint, so it blends in with this bezel better. It kind of turned gray over the time. It had some black speckles in it, and the plastic was a little grayish. So I decided to go ahead and paint it. Cleaned it really well, and it's on its first coat right now. It'll be on its second coat in about 5 minutes, well, when I'm done with this video. And then when I get it all back together, I will show you how it all looks, and we'll go from there. This is the last piece of this entire installation, so woohoo, here we go. Alright guys, until next time, the next video I'll show you any other problems that I had and any other things that I need to do or you need to do in order to do this install. Talk to you later.